what's up you guys? How are we? And welcome back to another video. Today, look, there's one thing that scares me about jumping out of a plane. And, well, actually there's two. The first is the height, of course, I'm afraid of heights. The second is the thought that that parachute on your back, or even two, you know, the main parachute and the reserve parachute, would not open. And you would be free falling to the ground, seeing your life flash before your eyes without a parachute. Now, there's a channel that's come across my news feed recently. It's called How to Survive. This video is titled How to Survive Falling Without a Parachute. I didn't know you could survive falling without a parachute, especially not from about 20,000 feet. So I believe we're going to learn something today, and that's what this video is about. It's about learning something. It's about bringing something new to the channel, and it's about, yeah, like I said, how to survive falling without a parachute. So if you can in some way fall from above the clouds to the ground without a parachute and survive, maybe I'll actually skydive one of these days. Anyways, it's about time we get into it. So let's go. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, nah. Okay, I have a feeling I've seen this before. And he falls into a massive net. If that's the way that they explain how to survive falling without a parachute, well, that doesn't help me one bit.
You're more than 3.5 kilometers above the Earth, and there's no turning back now. But as you jump out of the plane and see how beautiful the Earth looks below you, you start to think this might not be so bad. Then you pull the cord to open your parachute.
Oh shit.
Your worst fears come true. There's no parachute coming out, and now you're plummeting towards the ground at about 200 kilometers per hour.
Terminal velocity.
You've only got a minute before you hit the ground. Is there anything you can do to save yourself? Here's how to survive a fall without a parachute.
Yes, that man did go into a net. No, there's nothing you can do to help you survive. Absolutely not. If you go smashing into the ground at 200 k's an hour, you ain't coming out of that alive. I wonder if it's happened though.
Every time your life depends on a parachute.
Look at that. What a scene.
There's a 1 in 1,000 chance that it won't work.
1 in 1,000. You just told me my odds of my parachute not working. 1 in 1,000. They ain't good odds.
But a malfunctioning parachute isn't necessarily a death sentence.
Oof.
According to skydiving experts, the secret to surviving is all about how you react when the parachute fails. How should you position your body? Is there anything you could do to slow your fall?
These are questions I have.
And why could landing on a roof be better than landing in a big body of water?
Oh my... I've often thought, if you were to land in water, yes, it's okay from 3 meters. Yes, it's even okay from 10 meters. Yes, you can even survive from something like 30 meters. But 3,000 meters? No.
The first thing you need to do is slow your descent. Just like most survival situations, the best thing to do is to slow everything down. Slow down your breathing and avoid hyperventilating. Slow down your thoughts so you can focus.
No, I need to look this up on Google right now. Has anyone survived a parachute not opening? Great. The all-time record for surviving the highest fall without a parachute belongs to Yugoslavian flight attendant Vesna Velovic. She was the sole survivor of a bomb placed on board JAT Flight 367 in 1972. Oh my god. How to fall 15,000 feet, hit the ground and survive. New Zealand skydiver, I'm from New Zealand, Michael Holmes survived a parachuting accident in 2006. He jumped out of a plane. It was just a routine day for the 25-year-old skydiving instructor who had 7,000 jumps under his belt. But on this day, his parachute failed, and he fell 15,000 feet before hitting the ground. Somehow he survived, placing him in an extremely exclusive club of people. Examined individually, the cases seem like miracles, but there are enough correlations between each to suggest that aside from blind luck, there are some things you can do to improve your chances. Oh, nah. So this is from Vice, a company, an organisation that I really respect actually. I love watching Vice. Hi Michael, let's start with the day itself. Can you run me through what happened? It was probably the third jump of the day. I'd already checked my equipment, checked my gear again. Nothing was out of order. Nothing has been rushed. Everything's been done in the exact same order of checking, double checking, and getting someone else to check. We did the jump from 15,000 feet. I jumped with a tandem pair and flew around them to take different shots. Then I opened my main parachute at about 2,000 feet, but I instantly started spinning violently. The parachute was caught on something, but I knew that there was no way I could deal with it because I was spinning so fast, so I tried to disconnect. When you disconnect the malfunctioning parachute, it's supposed to disappear, leaving you free falling with your reserve, but it didn't, and I was still spinning. That left me in a situation I've never been in before. I instantly knew that I'm more than likely going to die because it wasn't something that's supposed to happen. At around 7,000, so he thought about pulling his reserve parachute, but it was likely to go into the entangled parachute and do nothing. But I had no other ideas, so at around 700 feet, I pulled the reserve, and nothing happened. I thought to myself, well, you've done everything you can, and this is how you'll die. It wasn't really a panic, just coming to terms with the situation. What did you think about it at that moment? Yeah, I thought about saying a message to someone or something, but I realized I was just taking too long. So I waved in front of the camera and said, all right, bye. Then I hit the ground. Do you remember anything about hitting the ground? Nothing whatsoever. The only feeling I had was an emotional feeling, which was like, oh shit, I'm dead. Then I was knocked unconscious. And then he woke up not long later. You landed in a blackberry bush, right? Yeah, it was less than a meter high. And it wasn't super dense, but it was better than hitting the hard floor or hitting the lake. If I'd landed in the water, I would have been knocked out just the same and broken the exact same bones. But my lungs would have collapsed and I would have drowned. He landed in a bush less than a meter high. And that is possibly the reason why he survived. But this is, okay, we've got Wikipedia, full survivors. Full survivors. There's 8 in total. How are these guys surviving? Surely they have to land on something. I'm imagining them going splat on concrete. And there ain't no one that's surviving from that. But let's get back into the video.
And slow down the speed of your fall so you don't splatter on the ground. To do that, you'll need to spread out your body into an X shape. Spread your arms and legs, point your chest towards the ground, and arch your back and head upward. This will create more air resistance and slow your acceleration, giving you time to
to 199 k's per hour?
Choose where to land. Step 2, avoid landing in water. Although the giant pool of liquid below you might look like a more appealing landing spot than the solid ground, it would probably be just as deadly. Like concrete, water doesn't compress. Landing in a lake would be just like landing on a sidewalk. Sure, you could position yourself to reduce the impact, but even then, you could still be knocked out cold. And being unconscious underwater does not help you survive, so let's find somewhere better. Step 3, direct yourself to a better landing spot. To move sideways through the air, away from the water and towards a safer target, you'll need to use a skydiving technique called tracking. Bring your arms and legs in against your body.
That's pretty cool.
Steer it as you fall.
That's fucking cool, man.
Your 3 best options for landing spots would be a swamp, snow, or trees, because they would all extend your deceleration time and help you slow down. For instance, if you were to land on solid ground, your body would decelerate from its falling speed of 200 kilometers per hour to 0 kilometers per hour in half a second, hitting you with enough G-force to kill you instantly.
Right.
If you were to land somewhere that provides more cushioning, you could extend that deceleration by a couple of seconds, which would significantly reduce the G-force and give you a better chance of surviving.
Oh,
If you can't see a swamp, snow, or trees anywhere nearby, then your next best option would be to look for something big to break your fall, like a rooftop or a bus. These structures are not very strong, so when you hit them,
No
they'll
way.
break and absorb some of the energy of your fall. Step 4, land on your feet. So now it's the moment of truth. You've chosen your target landing spot, and now you're going to hit it. The best way to do this would be to point your toes toward the ground and land on the balls of your feet. I know what you're thinking. That sounds painful, and you're right, it will be. But the idea is that your body will have more time to slow down if you land first.
what?
The long bones in your legs will absorb a large amount of the impact energy before they fracture.
Oh yeah, that sounds lovely.
Essentially, you'll be sacrificing your legs to protect the rest of your body. Step 5, cover your head.
Not a situation I want to be in, thanks.
Just before landing, put your head down with the fingers of each hand locked together behind it, and point your elbows in front of your face to protect your head and neck from impact. The main reason why people die from falling off tall buildings and bridges is severe head trauma. Even if you do everything else right, if you end up bouncing on your head, you
Whoa!
won't survive. So
Not bad.
quickly, get into position. That should be all you need to do.
Did he?
That won't survive.
Is that him screaming?
So quickly, get into position. That should be all you need to do. Are you still there?
Only
All
just.
right. Now, here comes the hard part. You need to figure out where you are and get help as soon as possible. But don't worry, we've got just the video to help you get out of this alive.
How to survive alone. Okay, guys. I have to say, that was one of the most ridiculous videos I've ever seen. Ain't no one surviving falling without a parachute from 12,000 feet in the air. Ain't no one. Look, there's 8 recorded survival stories from a height like that. And most of them were back in the Second World War. And look, we can't really trust any stories from back then because there was no television. No, I don't know. Is that... Okay. 1 in 1,000. You're really telling me that 1 in 1,000 parachutes fail? So then I guess the real calculation is, what are the chances of having a 1 in 1,000 chance happen, and then following that, pulling your reserve chute and having another 1 in 1,000 chance of happening? Yeah, I guess I'll give it a go. Why not? Anyways, guys, if you have been on a skydive, please hit me up in the comment section below. If you have had any crazy stories, such as the one that we read about of our man in New Zealand, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you want to support the channel, please subscribe. If you've enjoyed the video, please like it. And I'll see you in the next one, where we watch how to survive a tsunami. Is it possible? I mean, really, there's only one thing that comes to mind, and that is get on higher ground. If they give me any tips other than that, I'll be impressed. Thanks, guys, and peace out.